How's everybody this morning? I get this tripod situated. There we go. I have pancakes and sausage and some kombucha. Helps the gut. These things you have to take in consideration when you're old. You're young, Robert. It doesn't matter to you. Hey! Trying to jump on the table. You believe that garbage? Hey, Mel. It's been raining last night. Robert doesn't like when I talk to the phone. He's like, I'm right here. Why are you talking that way? Hey, playing sharks. I made pancakes this morning. I use Bisquick as a pancake mix. I cut the recipe in half, and I still have 4 giant pancakes here. I don't know if I can finish them. They're huge, they're fluffy, and they taste amazing. I'm not sharing with Robert. He just does not like it when I get on the camera. I have my coffee made. I'll be getting a cup of coffee after I finish my breakfast. Then we can sit and chat. Started watching Star Trek last night. Haven't watched Star Trek in a while. They got a new series out. It was fun to watch. Something different, I guess. Played video games last night. I'll probably play video games today sometime. Made a friend on there. His name's Tyler. Lives in New York City. He's subscribed to the channel. And he wants to do live streaming and stuff, but needed some pointers. So I may hook up with him like on Zoom or something like that. And then I can show him what he needs to do to go live and things like that. So, at least on YouTube anyway. You gotta start packing? Time to vacation's almost over. Here in Athens, you got the University of Georgia Bulldogs. They had a home game. Traffic is stupid in town, man. When they have a game in town, there's just no reason to be going anywhere. Just stay home. Moving to Texas, hanging out with Wesley. I know you're going to Texas, but did you ever explain why you decided to go to Texas? Is it because you got family there and stuff, or what made you decide to make the move? These pancakes are great. I mean, I moved here because of my job. I grew up in Tennessee. I originally moved to Georgia because I got married. And then just bounced around Georgia. I like it here. Hey, did anybody win the Powerball last night? I bought my ticket. I wonder if anybody won. Let's ask. Did anybody win the Powerball last night?
No, there were no grand prize winners in last night's Powerball drawing. The jackpot is still up for grabs, so you've still got a shot.
Nobody won it. It's going to go over $2 billion. One in Texas, one in Missouri? You telling me Google's wrong? What? Okay, they did win. Missouri and Texas share the $1.8 billion prize. Google's wrong. What? Well, maybe I got a few numbers. Maybe I matched a few numbers. I might have won $10. You never know. The winning numbers were 11, 23, 44, 61, 62, and 17. Cash value of the prize. The jackpot was 1.79, but the cash value after taxes is only $820 million. They're going to have $400 million a piece. It would completely change your life, Mel. Some people say it changes people's lives for the worst. Years ago, this one guy won a good sized lottery, single player, single win, one ticket. I don't know, 30 million. I'm just making it up. I don't know. It was a decent prize, enough to make it in the news, right? And they interviewed him, and he was just this hillbilly from a trailer park. I ain't never bought one before, but I went to the gas station, I bought one, and here, they're like, congratulations, you won. What are you going to do? I guess I'll get me one of them money people who'll help me manage my money. Help me take care of my money. One of those money people. All the scammers and lowlifes showed up in his life. You saw that, but he threw all his money away. People do that, man. People do that. I just imagine all the people that showed up at his house. Hey, I'll be your money man. Every con artist and family member from everywhere showed up. Whew. That was a lot of pancakes. Clean Plate Club. Hi, Robert. Everybody loves you. Here's Robert. Well, you too, buddy. You're a good doggy who tries to eat anybody that shows up at the house. We'll go outside in a minute. Okay? No, down. Excuse me. He likes to jump in my lap. I gotta stop him from doing that. But is there any chance you're related to Conor McGregor? I am not related to Conor McGregor. I get that a lot. You'd stay secret when the jackpot. Oh yeah, everybody and their cousins is going to show up out of nowhere. Oh, I need money. Can I borrow some money? So-called people, so-called friends. I think there's some kind of thing where you can't stay anonymous. I mean, it's going to be you're going to be known that you won. We look identical. I get that. People tell me that on here. I think it does an injustice to Conor McGregor. I get that often on here. Do I look like Conor McGregor? But no, unfortunately, I am not him. I'm not related to him. Right now, I am going to put these dishes in the kitchen and grab you a cup of coffee. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. It only takes a second. Well, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. What do you think, Robert? I know you want your phone. There we go. I gave him one of those part Irish. Yeah. Not all states. I think Georgia, you don't have the option to stay anonymous if you win. Yeah. Well, that's why you change your name and you relocate. Malcolm Gillis won the jackpot, but has not been seen since. I'd take Robert and run. I'd go to some Caribbean island and be just this total different person, just kind of chilling, you know. Best part of waking up is coffee in my cup. Yeah, go to the Caribbean, buy a house for nothing, and just chill in crystal clear waters on the beach every day. They already know what my face looks like. Great. Then I have to get a facial surgery too. I have to get Botox and plastic surgery and stuff. There he is. I would try to keep a low profile. My problem is I would probably be doing all kinds of charity work. I'd want to help people in some way. But it'd be like people who are just really less fortunate that really actually need it, not some just lazy deadbeat jerk that wants a free handout. You know, there's a distinction in a way, but who am I to judge? I doubt I'll win and be in that predicament. So, yeah. Start a food bank or something like that. He wore the ghost face mask on from Scream. I get a hockey mask. I'll be like Jason. I didn't have to disguise my voice. Oh, I won that with that cult. Now I'm going to move. Good thing I can do voices, right? I can pretend to be somebody else and then just disappear. Or stay in this little house and just turn it into a fortress. And then just travel. Just travel the world. Go see places and things. I will not go to Mount Everest if I win the lottery. That is just what people have done to that mountain. There's dead bodies on the way up there or something like that. There's garbage and everywhere all the way up and down the mountain. There's feces and all kinds of people. These people want to mark it off their bucket list to go to the top of Mount Everest. Now, see, the way I would do it is I would skydive and land on the peak of Mount Everest and save all that trouble of hiking all the way up there. That's what I would do. And then everybody would be like, how did I think of that? Sorry. Be a short jump. Yeah. Just airdrop right in until the peak. And then have a pair of skis and just like take a picture and then ski down. And be like, that'd be really good. Just, yeah, skydive on these mountaintops. Why are you making all that effort to climb all the way up there? It's not proving anything anymore. So many people have done it. It's like common now. There's nothing, when you have the first person to do it, that's big news. The first person. But if you're like the 6,275th person to do it, it's done. But if you look on the videos and stuff and people who go up there now, there's just trash all over the place. Yeah, there's bodies just left there. They died at this point and their body is staying there. Frozen in the tundra or whatever you want to call it. That is so wild. Yeah. Some of the videos, yeah, there's just garbage all over the thing. It's just pitiful. People can't pick up after themselves. It's just when you get into those countries, where is Mount Everest? What country is that in? I can't think of it right now. But they're not known for their cleanliness. Nepal. It's in Nepal. Okay. Gabe Robert is bones out there, chewing on it. Yeah, I just decided to stay home today. I didn't feel like going to some coffee shop. Especially it's rained and everything's wet. So, maybe next week. Weather permitting. We'll go. What's some other crazy, wild things people do when they get a lot of money? Kind of had a falling out with Istanbul. So, she got her feelings hurt too many times and then left the channel. I'm sure she's doing fine, wherever she is, and whatever she's doing. She was, she got her feelings hurt, and she wanted me to do public apologies and stuff like that. It's like, I'm not doing it. You know, we joke around, we poke at each other, we have fun, we're laughing, we're cutting up. And she took it too personal and was upset that I didn't defend her. I'm like, look, lady, we are not in a relationship like that. So, I was like, look, I'm not in a position where I'm required to defend your honor. So, that's it. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be all right. People come and people go. It's just part of life. Whether it's YouTube or in person, people come and people go. You know, just what it is, especially this day and age. There's so many people moving around all the time. I'm just watching a squirrel in the front yard. Doop, 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 doop. So carefree. Never wants to win the lottery. Just wants some acorns and pecans. And my bird feeder back here. I haven't checked on it this morning. I'm sure it's fine. Sure, it is fine indeed. They just want a nut. Well, I've seen quite a few people have come and gone through the channel. It's kind of odd, though. Feed them acorns. You'd hide out in the New Mexico mountains. There's an island in the Caribbean called Curacao. Rachel and I always fantasized about moving there, you know, and how it's got the crystal clear waters and they speak English and I think it's a Dutch island. Cost of living is next to nothing. And yeah. So that'd be my Caribbean island I would probably go to if I win. You're done with that bone already? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Come here, you handsome dog. Come here. Hey, it's nice and cool outside, isn't it? You like it when it's cool outside. Yeah, last week it got cool outside and he was all about it because he did this big fur coat on. Yeah, he hangs out in here with AC and stuff, but man, it was like in the 60s. He was just out there loving it. He likes it when it's cool outside. Won't be long, you'll get your winter coat in. You'll be all thick and fluffy. Yeah. Yeah, people come and go out of these channels. I don't expect people to like, you know, I love for you guys to hang out with me and be lifelong friends on here. That's kind of what I've been aiming for in a way. But you got to go. All right, Mel. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Something was getting dropped off, a shipment. One of the delivery guys came to the front door, and I had the front door open, kind of like it is right now. See how he's just standing there, and he can look out. There's a glass door there. He wanted to climb through that door and attack this guy. And I'm like, Robert, he's just dropping stuff off, dude. Chill. He was jumping on the door. He's gotten so aggressive. I gotta start calming him down. Oh, thanks. I like it. My dad came and visited. He's like, well, you're really all into it, aren't you? I said, I just like it. I'm not trying to. Have I watched House of David yet? No, I haven't. I didn't even know it was a show. I didn't even know it existed. Did I leave the stove on? I hear a little clicking sound. No. It's off. All right. I started watching Star Trek last night. I was just trying to look for something to watch. It's on Prime. I've got Prime. Well, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. I got to get a new glass door, though. The latch on it's real kind of a cheap little screen door latch. And so I had to put another hook on there to secure it so this beast doesn't go through it and run somebody down the street. You have got to calm down. He brought it all to me. That's where the squeaker used to be. I don't think he ate it. Matter of fact, I think I pulled it off and threw it away. It was hanging out off by a thread, if you will. And I didn't want him chewing it and getting sick. You want this, don't you? We play fetch in the house. Most people would frown on that. Here's claw. I trim his nails, but he's still clackety clackety clack, and then he just like, and then he'll bring it to me and want me to throw it again. Well, give it here. You killed it. It's dead. If you want me to throw it, you have to give it to me. I got it from you. He's gotten better at not sliding across the floor. He took it outside. Three little dogs on the wood floor. Yeah, there's. I'm sorry, Planet Sharks. Just gotta hang in there, man. I take medication to hang in there. So. He loves that pet door. That's probably one of the best things I did for him, is that pet door. He's just got his ball in his mouth, staring at the door like, what's out there? Who? What? All right. I think it's clear. No squirrels? All right. And then he comes back. Oh, you want me to throw it again? You gotta give it. You gotta give it to me. Can I have the ball? He doesn't understand the concept of letting you have the ball to throw it for him. Give me the ball! He's clamped down on it. I don't understand. He's like, brings the ball to me, and then he's like, he doesn't growl, but he's just like clamps down on it, and he won't give me the ball back. Seen the Rapture cult saying they're going home this month? Oh my gosh, another cult. Oh, I'm going to take suicide pills, drink the Kool-Aid. I know I don't act like myself on these meds. I'm in the dining room, sitting at the table instead of in the computer room because I was eating pancakes. That's why you hear echo. I don't have the soundproofing on the walls in here like I do in that back room. And that's the reflection of my cool ceiling light. My lights in the ceiling. I like them. It's meant for like showrooms and stuff like that. But it's nice and bright and it looks really cool and it lights up the whole area. So yeah. Yep. This cult says Jesus is taking them home in 2025. Everybody who don't believe stays here 7 more years of tribulations. Where are these guys located, Wesley? Are they in Texas? Is Texas like the place for these things now? I don't follow that stuff, so I don't know. God, there's a docu-series or something about cults from the 60s and 70s and 80s. All these people that follow these people and believe them and like and then they all. What was this one that I remember? They all ended up buying the same type of sneakers and clothes, and they all just took the little pills and died, and they all dressed identical. They're all over the planet. Oh my gosh! Thanks a lot, Internet. You know, these people that fall for this stuff, they just need to read and study on their own. They get so swept up by somebody who seems to be really smart. The only person that like captivates me that's really smart is Neil deGrasse Tyson. And he's not trying to get you to take a cyanide pill. He's just a really smart guy. Hey. You gonna take it outside or bring it to me? He gets something. But yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's like super smart. And he's just like sharing information, you know. That's the kind of guy that I can enjoy watching. But some of these people are like, join me now so that you can go here and all these other people are gonna die. I'm like, really? Really? He is Jesus. So he himself is claiming to be Jesus. Well, I'm not going to go into biblical passages, but people need to read on their own. Read it word for word from start to finish. Read it a couple times from start to finish. Really understand it. And if you believe in the Bible and stuff, that's not how it works. So, and I know there's a lot of metaphors in the Bible and stuff too. It's not all supposed to be taken literal, but yeah. Not a man taking. Huh. Haha, I got it. You want the ball? Want it again? Want it again? You gotta go get it. Got it. You got it. Good boy. You brought it back to me. Good boy. Yeah. I give him loves and attentions when he brings the ball back so that we can play fetch in the backyard. Yeah. Even though he's not a lab, he'll play fetch for a little bit. So the leader himself is Jesus. Is he the six-pack ab, flowing brown hair, white guy Jesus? Or is he like the black Jesus that looks average? Dreams and visions from children and old men. What if it happened? If it did, the Jews and Messiah would show up. The main thing that I take away from it is when the Messiah does come back, all wars will end. There'll be peace on earth. That's like one of the things that's going to happen, according to the Bible, when the Messiah returns. And all these people who claim to have been the Messiah that have not brought peace upon the entire world. Ever. So, well, turn your swords into plowshares and everyone will have peace and everyone will know God. And none of that has happened. So, yeah. Tharva? That's an interesting name. Trump, please. That'd be a great one. Probably the best one the world has ever seen. Robert. I got it. You want it? You want it? He'll do this for about 20 minutes and then he'll finally tire out. Pope Trump. They're gonna give me a big hat. It's gonna have my face on the hat. So you'll see my face and then my face again. Pope Trump. It's gonna be great. We'll put tariffs on all those who don't believe. Water bottles. I'm trying not to get him to dig in the trash. He's gotten in the trash a couple of times, and I'm like, no. This thing he loves. $6. It's from Chuck It. and I had to get them on Amazon. They don't sell them at Tractor Supply anymore. It's the most durable toy that I bought him. I've got 2 of them out here in the yard. Super durable. And he has it's springy enough for him to chew on, but it's not fragile enough where he's going to get little chunks out of it. It's really exercising his jaw all the time. Pope Trump. I threw it towards his water bowl, and he's like, his food bowl. He's like, oh, food. Oh, I love Robert. He's a good dog. I just got to train him a little bit more. I kind of let him be a puppy, kind of run around a little bit and do what he wants. It's my toy, dang it. No, he'll play for about 20 minutes and then he'll finally go lay down somewhere. I had to, did I tell you guys that he broke the cable? I have a cable runner. It was like 50 foot long. Steel cable. Meant for dogs up to 120 pounds. He's 85 pounds. He did a running jump and broke the cable going after my friend that visited last week. Broke the cable. So I had to go get a chain rated up to 800 pounds. It's not a huge chain, but it's definitely more than the cable. And I had to get a lag bolt in the post. And then I had a shackle that I had to tighten the chain to the eye bolt. And then I got a carabiner that was rated up to 300 pounds. And so it hooked to his harness. Now, the only thing in question now is the harness that I have. That would be the weakest point of the whole setup. But it's rated for a large dog as well. I think I need to get him a leather collar. I had one for my other dog. Oh gosh, what's the name of the website? Hunting Dogs or something like that. What's the name of it? It's a website that makes these leather collars with a brass nameplate riveted into the leather collar, and it's like 30 bucks. It was the most durable thing ever. Hunting Dog Club or Dog Hunting Club, something like that. Hunting Dog Supply. What was it called? Gun Dog Supply. Gun Dog Supply. It's meant for like hunting dogs and stuff like that. Where you can get the reflective collars and you can get all the other stuff. You can get all the nameplates. Gun Dog Supply. And they have training collars. They have e-collars. They have everything for dogs. Go to collars and then leather. You can get one here. Let's just get you can get it laser done. $25. $25. It's got the loop on the back. It's got the other brass loop here. I had one for my black lab, and it's a little stiff at first, but after a couple weeks, it kind of shapes to his neck. The roundness of his neck, and super durable, actual genuine leather. $25 plus shipping. I don't think you can beat it. And you can add up to 4 lines of information on there. So you can put his name, your name, street address, and a phone number. So if the dog ever gets away, Yeah. Gun dog supply. That's what it's called. I have to take a tape measure and measure his neck. I don't know what his neck measurement is. It doesn't matter if you got the 21 inch or the 15 inch, it's still $25. It looks nice. It's really, I think I will get him. I'll put one together for him today. But that would make him look handsome. I don't think he's going to run away either. But I need something that, I got that huge harness, that army harness, for when I walk him. And it's got huge clips on it. It's reinforced. It's very sturdy. I don't think he's going to run away either. My only concern is if I have company and I put him on that chain that I had to buy until I can train him to not eat every person that shows up. I don't know. But if you ever walk your dogs and you want a nice collar for them or just to have something on them that looks really nice, that's Gun Dog Supply, and get yourself some really nice genuine leather collars with a brass nameplate riveted into the thing. So it's like part of the collar. It's nice. And it's not laser printed on the brass plate. They like stamp it in. So they have like the die. Yeah. So it's stamped into the brass material. I don't mind him being protected of the house, but if I'm sitting here casually talking to a person and there's no threat, he should not be wanting to chew them up. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to read my vibe and like, okay, this person's cool. You know? So my idea is to get the chairs, move them just out of reach of the chain, and sit there with somebody and just have somebody to just sit there and chat with me while Robert's just out of reach. And then every time Robert tries to do something, I correct him. And then get him to used to say, okay, this person's okay. Don't chew every person that shows up. At some point, there's got to be where I can have company, you know? So, what are you going to do? Oh, I remember the day we met. Yep, he was just at the shelter, being pitiful little Robert, with his cousin on the other end of the dog pound wanting to jump through the fence. Remember that dog? It's like, that's not how you get adopted. Or is it? It might be. You never know. Anyway, I'm looking at stuff on the internet here as well. Anywho, so if somebody would want him, yeah, did the whole day live for the shelter. We raised about $100, not much. They said that Robert was just over 2 years old, so he may be 2.5, 3 right now. So that's still pretty young for a dog. I keep hearing a clicking sound from the kitchen. And there shouldn't be any clicking sounds. Anyway, 2.5, 3 years old. He's still a young pup. So we should have many years together. Yeah, the clicking ghost again. What the hell? I got this little electronic dog whistle. It gets his attention, but it doesn't bother him. Where did he go? He hears it, even through the window. I don't know where he went. No, he's outside somewhere. I used to have one of these when I did house calls, people, and I'd have it in my pocket. If they had annoying dogs, I would click it, turn on the ultrasonic sound, and it would freak their dogs out, and they'd leave me alone. But it's kind of cheap. I mean, it doesn't work that well, this one. The one I had before worked just fine. You hold it right up to here, you can still hear it. It doesn't, I shouldn't be able to hear it at all. But anyway, there it is. Oh, it does? The microphone picks it up. Behave yourself. What does it sound like? Just like static or something? Thunder and wind. That's weird. I'll have to play this back and listen to it. Thunder and wind. The new thunderstorm dog whistle. Strike fear, dear animals, with thunder and lightning. Static is better. Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Really, I don't have any plans. I wanted to sleep in this morning. Robert will not let me sleep in. I just wanted to lay there and keep sleeping, but he wouldn't let me. Static is better for how it sounds explanation. And it's one of those cheesy Chinese things where they put like a little flashing light on it if you need a strobing light, or a solid light if you want to, like, if you're at night. It comes with its own LED light. I mean, I was snoozing just fine. Robert gets next to the bed and barks at my face. And then just stares. And then just stares. I'll open my eyes and I'm like, Robert, really? Right now? Maybe just answer. I don't know. Like I said, I made a friend with improv. His name's Brian. Oh, I've got improv class tonight at 6:30. That's what I got going on today. Today's Sunday. Improv, 6:30. I saw a funny video I wish I had thought of. This guy was walking around and this song was playing. It goes, da, 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 ow, bum, 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 ow, bum, bum, bum. And every time it said ow, he would be like, ow. All these different scenarios. I don't know the name of the song, but he was walking around like doing old man stuff, and then he twists his ankle or hurt his back or whatever, Ow. I wish I could think of the name of that song. You know what I'm talking about, though. I think you recognize the tune. Ow. What was that one video? The girl was setting up the camera and she walks back and she hits the thing and says, ow! And people would like dub that over on all. It went viral. They took that little clip and they just used it on everything. You know, she was like, ah! They just used it on all kinds of stuff. Oh. Domino's. I like Domino's pizza. Deep dish. Pizza. Yeah. I haven't had pizza in a couple weeks. Couple of weeks. Terry's still harassing people in Disneyland World, whatever it is. He sent some pictures, but he did not include himself, which is fine. We've seen him in the stretchy britches plenty of times before. Showing his view from his hotel room. Let's see. Yeah, I found some sugar thing or whatever. Let's see. I forgot his name. JB, Johnny, sent me a picture of a pistol that he wants to get. This guy's going to have such an armament. He's going to be one of those people. Well, he seemed like a really nice neighbor, kept to himself, didn't say much. Oh, man. I think I'm going to end this in 8 minutes. 1 hour episode's pretty good. Unless you guys have something else you want to talk about, I'm all ears. Right here. Where the hell are you going? Yeah, they don't go into rapture. I was raised Catholic. They don't go into that. They don't harp on revelations and stuff like that. You know, and it's like to do more good deeds, that type of thing. It's like the book of James talks about doing good deeds and doing good for others and things like that. And it'd be recognized, all the good deeds that you do. And then you got people say, well, good deeds, you can't just buy your way into heaven, you know, with all this other stuff. Arguments against the Catholics about that part. But it's more like being Catholic was like, you know, you have all these saints. You got Mary, you got Joseph, you got Jesus, you got all of these people in heaven willing to listen to you and your prayers and help guide you through life. And yeah, like I said, I was raised Catholic and I continue going to church as an adult. I do not I think, and then the stuff that they teach, well, or preach every Sunday is on a 4-year cycle. So you can buy a book and it'll be good for the next 20 years if you wish to maintain it that long. And you can follow the scripture and mass every Sunday because it's on a rotating cycle. And then, but most of it was, you know, be an example. This is the good things that Jesus did, and this is the good things that the apostles did, and these are things that they learned from their mistakes, and you know. But I don't remember, there was no fire and brimstone type stuff. Oh no, you pray to Jesus, pray to Mary, pray to all of them. It's like you pray to more saints and stuff. The more you get to listen to you, the better your chances or your odds or something like that. I never really understood all that. a lot of repetitive praying, certain prayers, the Our Father, the Hail Mary, and things like that. Yeah, and it just became like robotic motions. It's just like kind of went. It's like, okay, we're. I remember this story. Okay, now what's our spin on it this time? It's very ritual, very ritual. You go in, you're supposed to when you enter, you're supposed to you dab a little holy water on you. You're supposed to go to confession before you go. You're supposed to go into mass on a clean slate before you take communion. So if you have any sins on you, they need to be cleansed before you're supposed to take communion. But they really don't enforce that. But you go in, you kneel before you sit down. There's a lot of standing, sitting, kneeling throughout the whole mass, and then a few songs in between. But some, there's a couple of times you sing the same three songs over and over again, and like the greatest hits or something. It just seemed fake. I just didn't feel it. I had questions and I had doubts. And when I was young, I didn't have questions and doubts, but you're a kid. You're like, my parents are doing this, all these adults are doing this, we do this every week, seems pretty legit, but you're a kid. And the Catholic Church doesn't go through the whole book like chapter by chapter, if that makes sense. They take excerpts here and there all through the book. And then, these are suitable for our flock to listen. People suck. Yeah, I'll agree with that all day long, Wesley. People just suck. It just the more I try to learn on my own. I haven't read in the past year anything really. I haven't done any reading. I kind of want to. Some of it's like, I should sit down and read some more, maybe study a little bit more. But man, it's like the more you know, the worse you feel. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. And not just the Bible itself, but you read other things too, and try to dissect and interpret and things like that. But a lot of the churches today, it's all about money and stature. And what cracks me up is like you'll have one Catholic church in the whole county, okay? But you'll have 37 Baptist churches. And none of them are completely full. They just bounce from church to church till they find a person they like that's preaching. And then it's like, that's my church. Reverend so-and-so, that's my guy. They found somebody. And then if that somebody says something they didn't like, I thought that was my man. What happened to that reverend? I got to go find me another reverend. I don't like that. And then they'll go bounce to another church 2 or 3 times, and they'll find another one. Oh, he said something I like. That's my church. That's my reverend. Just like, really? Really? Faith and religion is not meant to be easy. It's meant to have challenges and to push you to an extent in some way. That's why when I learned and read more, I liked the Jewish faith. It doesn't evangelize. They're not about trying to recruit people. They're not trying to, get money from you. I went to a synagogue a couple of times, and they were just like, "You got any questions? Thank you for coming visiting us. This is so and so. Say hi. We hope to see you again." And then that was it. But I don't know. Now you would think in this college town there'd be more resources or something. I can kind of like get into a group maybe, and this is I had a church. We walked away at 14 altogether. You're like, I'm out. it's like the Jewish faith one of the main principles is just to have a relationship with God. Just have a relationship with God on your own. You don't have to have a building. You don't have to have sacrifices and none of that other stuff. God already knows what you're thinking and feeling. You can't hide it from him. Or he's not. God is not a he or a her. It's just a being. We reference him as a human, even though he's not human. It's easier to understand and fathom. But yeah, God is not human, so you can't really give God a title of him or her. They sacrificed a red cow this year? Sacrifices are only supposed to be done at the temple, and there's no temple anymore. To rebuild the third temple, they sacrificed a red cow. Where? In Israel? I don't know. Interesting. I didn't know that either. I'm so out of touch. I listen to a little bit of news in the morning, get a couple of headlines. It's like, did anybody die? Are we blowing something up? And then that's about it, really. It had to be done to make the third temple. Look it up. Huh. See, I learn stuff all the time. I don't know everything. Very interesting. I didn't know that. And there's Kareem or Karim. There's only one E. So Karim and Mr. Burrito. Or Burrito. Burrito. Mr. Burrito. I like that. Thanks for dropping in. And we're just talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. And there's Liz. Good morning, Liz. We were talking about faith, talking about religion this morning a little bit. Wesley and I. Wesley's educating me a little bit, telling me some stuff I wasn't aware of. But I do, yeah, they have to have a third temple as well. That's part of the stipulations. They sacrificed a red cow. Yeah, I'm out of touch, bro. Working on it yourself? Jews have historically prepared ashes from a sacrificed red heifer for purification rituals such as described in the Book of Numbers, but this ritual sacrifice has not been performed in nearly 2,000 years since the destruction of the Second Temple. In ancient times, the ashes were mixed with water to purify those who had come into contact with a dead body, a necessary step for preparation in temple services. While some modern groups are working to recreate the ritual for future temple service, no such sacrifice is currently conducted. Of course, Google is already wrong once this morning. There you go. They found red cows in Texas back in the summer of 22. The best cotton crop in 75 years that summer. Wild. See, those are little nuances a lot of people wouldn't even notice. You know? This, we're just reading from Google. It said no official red heifer sacrifice occurred in 2025. However, a disqualified red heifer was used in practice in a practice ceremony in July in Israel by groups like the Temple Institute. This practice run was a rehearsal for a future perfect red heifer sacrifice on the Mount of Olives, which was required for the purification rites needed to rebuild the third temple in Jerusalem. So they had a practice run. But it has to be like without blemish. The red heifer has to have, it hasn't been yoked. It's perfect, unblemished cow. Yeah. Yeah, they don't. You're right. I'm just reading what it says here. It's AI stuff. You take it with a grain of salt. And then you have the Jewish faith is broken off into different secular branches, if you will. You have Reformed Judaism. You have, oh gosh, I just drew a blank. Orthodox. There's the word. I haven't had enough coffee. You have Reformed, Orthodox, and there's another one. And they all kind of, the Reformed Judaism is more modern. You know, they're like, they don't really enforce the kosher part of it all and stuff like that. Kind of more laid back, easygoing, more with the times they claim to be. You got the Orthodox Jews that are like, no, thank you. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. The Life of David thing, though, I might want to watch. I think I'll watch that. It'd be something good to watch. It's not something that I think they would publicize, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that probably they do, and if somebody else publicizes it, that's on them. But they're not like setting up advertisements for it, you know? Dang, Wesley. Wesley got his took his brain juice this morning. He's all on it today. I've been playing video games and you doing YouTube videos. I'm out of touch. I haven't been focused on anything. I'm just like wasting my life away. Playing with my dog and taking naps, you know. I don't want to get into the point where I'm like, you know, consumed by it, if that makes sense. I don't want to be stressed out over it. Anything, you know, the religious part of the world. I don't want to get stressed over it. I want to be calm, just relaxed, go with the flow type thing and not stressed about it. I don't think religion should be stressful. I don't think it should be. It should be relaxing. To know some stuff and things. I used to worry when I was a Catholic. I used to worry all the time. These people, why are they doing this? Don't they know? Don't they know? Don't they read? Why am I part of this group and they're not, you know, that type of thing. Are they going to make it to heaven? You know, I was so worried about myself and everybody else all the time. Guilt was huge. Huge. Always guilty for others and myself. That's how much guilt I had. I was guilty for others too. I felt guilty for others as well. Don't be afraid. It's all good. It's all going to be good. Relax. Take a break. Sorry. Uh, yeah, guilt all the time. I was stressed all the time. It's like, did I do that right? Did I do this right? I should have done that instead. House of David. Do you think it's accurate or more Hollywood, the show? Is it more historically accurate, or is there? I'm sure there's some Hollywood mixed in there too. Hmm. Do they have gay scenes in there? Do they pander to the LGBTQ community? Not yet. Not yet. You know, I guess that's one of my. It irks me. It's like every show has to pander to that community in some way every time. And it's like almost every episode has to have something related to that in it. And it doesn't even play a part in the story or the plot. It's just like you just bow down to that group all the time on every front. It's ridiculous. Ramesh! Woohoo! It's like you're watching this show about a crime scene, and then you got two guys kissing in the background. What does that have to do with the show? That has nothing to do with the crime scene or finding the murderer or whatever, or the action plan of saving the day. It's so stupid. I told you about that one scene, Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, the guy that plays Mr. Robot, his name's oh great, I can't remember the name anyway. But the character, he's schizophrenic. He sees his dead dad all the time and talks to his dad all the time in his mind. But he's like this really super genius guy that's with computers and stuff, right? Well, he ends up at this movie theater talking to his dad and all this other stuff. But his dead dad that he talks to, left the theater and was running around. So he went to go find him. He goes out into the lobby looking for his dad, and he asks the guy behind the sells of popcorn at the concession stand. He's like, "Have you seen this person, this like that?" And they're like, "No." Of course they wouldn't, because he's psycho and he's just seeing hallucination about his dad. Of course, the guy behind the counter didn't see it. But the whole scene that he goes to the counter and asks the guy, there's two other guys just like making out, heavy, really making out off to the side of the screen. You can't miss it. It's there. And they're just like groping each other and kissing and making out in an empty lobby where the guy goes in there to ask about where his, fictional dad went. I was like, what did that do? What purpose did that serve? It didn't serve any purpose at all. Now, if they kind of were just like talking and did a little kiss or something, but they were like one leg up, wrapped around the other, making out. I didn't find it gross. I just found it unnecessary. It's like, really? That you had to do that? I don't get it. And I don't even care for heterosexual sex scenes in movies and shows either. If it doesn't play a part in the show, I fast forward through it. It's like I've had sex, I've seen sex. I can watch Pornhub all day long if I want to see more sex. I don't need it in this show to tell me how, they found the flux capacitor for the neuron crystals or whatever else they're doing to save the day. It doesn't matter, It doesn't play a part in the show. It's just pandering to some community or trying to click views or something. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Man meets woman, they make out, and then you can show them making out, maybe walking into a room and then fade on to the next scene. You know what they're doing in there. You have to show the whole scene, or maybe the script was so lousy they had to chew up 5 minutes of the time by showing them making out and having sex. It's like we got to add another 5 minutes to this movie, or Hollywood won't accept it as a movie. It'll be a short film. What are we gonna do? Oh, we'll just show them having sex for 5 minutes. We'll throw that in there. We got nothing else to be creative about. I'll stop. Coffee. Enough of my ranting. You saw F1 movie? Oh, I wanted to see that. That's the one with Brad Pitt. All right, Wesley, have a good day, man. I wanted to see that movie. It looks pretty cool. I want to see that Ford versus Ferrari movie as well, which is kind of like the same thing in a way. Race car shop movie. F1. Was it like a bootleg version of F1? Somebody filmed it in a theater and you got to watch it at home? I remember when I was in Iraq, we had those bootleg movies all the time. It basically is somebody sneaking a camera into the theater and you'd see people walking by. And you get like movies for $2, DVDs for $2 at some street market. And then, yeah, it was just some guy smuggling a camera into a theater and filming the whole thing. The sound would be kind of crappy. It would come in and out of focus. You could see the audience in front of the cameraman, and people would get up, go to the bathroom, and grab a snack, and it'd be in the movie as well. Yeah, they're kind of weird. I had so many of those bootleg movies when I was in Iraq. Anytime you had time off, you couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So you just had your little DVD player and you'd watch bootleg movies when you had any downtime. There was nothing else really to do. So people would buy I had the whole collection. I had all the James Bond movies. I watched them all from beginning to end during my deployment. Back in 2004. I got back home. I had all those bootleg movies, and I sold them to some guy for $100 cash. It was like 50 movies or something like that. I got my money back, pretty much. Bootleg movies. I don't even have a DVD player anymore. I don't collect movies. I don't collect music. With the digital stuff, you could just pop up anything you want to hear at any time. Ballerina? John Wick? I know what the clicking sound is in the kitchen now. I just realized what it was. It's the coffee pot. It'd stay in hot and you hear a little click every once in a while. Well, guys, I want to call it a day on here. Probably on later. Maybe. I don't know. No guarantees. I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's Sunday. It's supposed to be partly cloudy here. Not too hot. And all that other good stuff. You guys, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Check out some of the other videos I've made. You might be entertained. I've said it 1,000 times. Whatever. But, bye, guys. Talk to you later.